Hello and welcome back. Today we are doing our episode number 6, and with a stellar panel starting from we have Shubham Singh from Bhiwani district in Haryana and part of I am Bangalore cohort. Then we have with us Shashi Ranjan from posted in Darbhanga district of Bihar. Then we have with us Nikhil Yede from Janjgir-Champa district of Chhattisgarh. And finally, we have Sakshi Tekam, who is posted in Panna district of Madhya Pradesh. So welcome everyone. I believe there are two people from the media fraternity tonight. So if there is a lot of pointless yelling and screaming, thanks to all the Indian, then you know who is responsible. But yeah, let's start the discussion. And firstly, I'd like to pass on to Sakshi Tekam. And please tell us about your district.
Most people know that Panna is famous for diamond mining and tourism,
Yeah.
and Panna Tiger Reserve. It's mostly a forest and tribal areas are there. So I'm working with the tribal community,
Mm-hmm.
and my project is mushroom cultivation, which is giving an extra source of income to tribal ladies.
All right.
And we are collaborating it with midday meal, which will give extra nutrition to the MDM students.
Okay,
So
cool.
that's about this short.
In short, yeah, right, that's fine. And over to you, Nikhil.
Hi, I'm Nikhil Yede. I'm from Chhattisgarh, Raipur, and I'm currently posted in Janjgir-Champa district. Uh, it is mostly a plain area. The rice is the most grown crop, so
Mhm.
because of the irrigation there. And
Right.
as you can see in the virtual background, it is one of the tourist spot, Dalha Pahad. It is only
Okay.
one hilly area is there. Uh, it was a picture last year I had taken a year back
Mhm.
during my trek there. I had gone for a solo trek.
Wow, that's cool. Okay. So, is there anything special about your district which you would like our viewers to know?
Yeah, it is famous for kosa, the kosa silk. There are other different kinds of silk, mulberry silk and other. So kosa tussar silk, the Champa region is famous for it. Uh, there is a Devangan community there, which is quite famous for the kosa saris they make. So it is
Oh,
quite famous.
okay, cool. Shubham?
Hi, I'm from Bhiwani district of Haryana. It's in the southern western part of Haryana. Actually, it shares its border with Rajasthan also.
Mhm.
So yeah, and so my district is famous for its temples, I guess. So not the so we have more than 300 temples in about
Oh,
yeah. So in entire district, so more or less, if every one or less than 1 kilometer, you will find one temple.
oh,
So it's even
so,
called Choti Kashi,
oh,
my
right.
district.
Okay.
Uh,
Are you guys like
So
competing with, I think Puri, it has more than 1,000 temples, right? In
okay.
Odisha.
So I'm not sure about that number,
Okay.
but yeah. So and that's
Uh,
there, and so it's interesting district. We have a village of freedom fighters here who
uh,
until I think 2020 never celebrated uh, Republic Day or Independence Day. And I think in 2020 only they started, and they started hoisting the flag uh, after some ministers had come. So it's another story altogether.
okay. We'd sure like to hear about it if you want
Yeah,
to.
yeah. So maybe during the later part of the session,
Okay.
then my district, it gets its name from Bhiani. So she was wife of a Jat, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Jat community who used to rule, Jat ruler.
Mm-hmm.
And then over the time that Bhiani became Bhiwani. So that's
Oh.
there. And we are famous for, we have one mine also
Mm-hmm.
here, especially the granite part, nothing, you know, sort of other metals, nothing like that. And
Okay.
also we are famous, we are actually famous for our hospital beds, the operation theater table. So we manufacture that here. So,
Okay.
so we export it to all major hospitals across India.
Mhm.
And then Vargam is something which we export. So overall, interesting. It's a confluence of cultures, Haryanvi culture as well as Rajasthani culture.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's about my district. Yeah.
And finally, Shashi.
Hi everyone, I am posted in Darbhanga district of Bihar, and Darbhanga, the word Darbhanga came from the phrase Dware Banga, which literally means
Oh,
door to Bengal.
oh,
So
okay.
yeah, so eventually the phrase converted into the term Darbhanga. This is what I read about in its literature, and this is what is available in official records also. And Darbhanga, it's also called, it's the fifth largest district of Bihar, and it's called the cultural capital of the state.
Okay.
And it's famous for, I guess, like BHU, which we all know BHU, that the vast piece of land was given to university. So similarly, on similar fronts, there is this university called Lalit Narayan Mithila University.
Mm-hmm.
So this university and a lot of temples in its campus was given by the Raja of Darbhanga, and it's famous for its campus only because you get to see a lot of historical temples. There's a lake. There is this
Mm-hmm.
famous state university of Mithila, and moreover, the ODUP is also quite famous and taking its shape in different states. I don't know how many of you heard about Makhana.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yes.
Yeah, so our DM also got a recognition at the national level for promoting the ODOP. So I'm also trying to see with the industry center, like what are the export potential? There is export potential, obviously, but in what way we can introduce this to to states which do not know about this product.
Mm. Okay, because
And
a lot of dietitians and these people, they recommend कि makhana khao. So what?
yeah,
And I know that it costs a lot. So how much? Production में कितना होता है?
अरे see, जो तुमने सुना ना कि
Uh,
बहुत फायदा है, so we are people are there is benefit obviously, but people are trying to make this product at par with the other dry fruits available in the market. So
okay.
you get काजू 1100 रुपए किलो. So we are
हाँ.
trying to sell कि 1 किलो काजू में जितना न्यूट्रिशन आपको मिलेगा उतना न्यूट्रिशन या उससे बेहतर न्यूट्रिशन you will get into 1 kg of makhana, and it is lighter in weight, low calorie, and better micronutrients and all. So that's a way of marketing,
Right.
but they obviously इतना ज्यादा
अरे
बेनिफिट हो सकता है.
मार्केटिंग करने आई थिंक वो इंडियन मैच मेकिंग के फर्स्ट सीजन में आई रिमेम्बर देयर वाज दिस गाय जो इसने लिक्विड नाइट्रोजन का इस्तेमाल किया ही हैड कुक मखानास एंड व्हेन यू ईट इट हैज फ्यूम्स फ्रॉम योर माउथ उसको ले लो मार्केटिंग में अगर चाहिए तो
अरे पता नहीं, फॉरवर्ड कर देना यार जो भी लिंक है कॉन्टैक्ट.
ठीक है okay so yeah cool so let's talk about our district and some work we are doing because in Latur I'm just trying to promote more career-oriented discussions, plus collaborating with the Model Career Center here. So, firstly, we are trying to do is block-level career counseling for students, specifically ITS and polytechnics. So, we recently started it, and then so given that I had a sort of a stage fright, मुझे कभी पता नहीं था कि इतना, and then there were more than 250 girls who were sitting in that auditorium, and I was the only one standing on the stage. वो मतलब I remember from my school days I used to be scared to talk to women, and then I am right now I was standing in front of an auditorium of 250 girls, and so I was supposed to give them some orientation regarding career and entrepreneurship क्या होता है etc. And that was nerve-wracking. So that was one part. Second is I'm kind of working towards bringing more environmental related innovations in the district. So one of the ideas I submitted to Niti Aayog that was selected for phase 2. I recently submitted it, the paper. Yeah, that's basically the work. And okay, I'll rather pass on to Nikhil.
So, is all are all the district aspirational district other than me?
No. Last time we had Rizwan, who in the fifth episode, Rizwan's Osmanabad was is a aspirational district.
Because I had this question because there's a difference between because in aspirational district they have a Sankalp like project also. So
Yeah, right.
in my district does not qualify into any of the criteria, like not even the border or the backward, nothing. So there was no Sankalp project like that. That was allotted. There are 10 fellows in Chhattisgarh cohort who have got this Sankalp project. So when you're talking about that, you have submitted to Niti Aayog. Was it something like that, or it's
No,
part
no,
of
no.
some
So,
other project?
no, there was a contest named Lifestyle for Environment. So it was largely about how to change the behavior of people to push towards a circular economy. तो वो मतलब अलग कॉन्टेस्ट था, वो COP27 जो होता है ना क्लाइमेट,
Okay,
तो वहाँ उसके लिए पेपर सबमिट करना था.
okay.
Okay. So we'll
So
talk about the
क्या
work and
बताऊँ
projects you're doing, largely like how, like what has been your learning from it? Any specific experiences during that phase that you would like to share? कि क्या मतलब हुआ था?
तो मैं अपनी फेलोशिप को अभी I will divide it into three phases, like
Okay.
three phases which is mingled together. I worked on the task that we are given and the skilling based task, like particularly skill development.
Right.
Second is the C-Mart project we had done. C-Mart is kind of emulating the D-Mart, but for the traditional communities and for SHGs. It is
Okay.
a flagship project of state government, state government.
Right, right.
And third is also a flagship project which is called RIPA, Rural Industrial Park. Mahatma
Okay.
Gandhi Rural Industrial Park. They are basing it on like Sevagram model, sustainable villages, also to bring the production close to villages and employing the local people there. So it is a statewide project we are working on. All the fellows. In fact, some are actively involved in that, some are not. So I am a lucky one who has got the opportunity to work on that. So the three side skilling part, we all know that I don't know. Chhattisgarh do not have skilling as a priority. I can say that. I don't know why. There is a separate scheme, Mukhyamantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, which is being promoted more. PMKY does not have that much focus currently. As you said, like Latur, we also, like Maharashtra, we also have a like bureaucracy in place for skilling. There is an assistant director of District Skill Development Authority. So he looks after. He's also my district like designated officer. So I report to him. Yeah. So there is skilling setup is there, but we work hand in hand. Also, there is a one unique thing like uh, we hear about skill colleges. Chhattisgarh way back in 2013 started a livelihood college project from Dantewada. So it has been emulated in all the districts. So it is kind of a skill college. So there are short-term courses run over there. It is a government college. It is a society kind of thing. And similarly, like PMKK Center, livelihood college are in place. So we work there. And on the CMART project, I had done. Yeah.
So the existing setup of the skill colleges that you are describing, so have they been now merged with whatever the new skill development ecosystem has come up, or like वो वैसे ही continue कर रहे हैं?
It is already in, it works in coordination with that only.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, it is also a center for PMKY. So yeah. So PMKY courses are run there also, but mostly the focus is on MMKY, the state counterpart of PMKY.
Okay.
I've taken some soft skill classes there while interacting with their students. I've tried that also. Currently, I'm focusing on the apprenticeship part of our KPI. So I'm focusing on that to improve the apprenticeship scenario here. We have a like power sector, cement sector, and steel sector is one of the thing in our district. Yeah. So there are a lot of opportunities in there, but they do not comply with the apprenticeship norms clearly. So we are trying to use the stick while having the carrot also. The policy side also.
Okay.
I'll talk now about the CMAT or someone
Okay.
wants to talk. I will take-
Yeah, probably Sakshi.
Yeah, hi. As I mentioned, I am working with the tribal ladies. So our CEO sir started mushroom cultivation in tribal areas. First, he introduced poultry farming, but some caste-related issues, क्योंकि होता है कि हम इस caste के हैं तो we'll not do this. That's why he introduced mushroom cultivation. And then when we started, there was this challenge that people were not eating it because that was a new concept for them. But then we inspired them, you should eat it. And then when they ate it, one of the ladies came and said ki iske aage to murga bhi fail hai, like it's better than chicken, so they should eat it. And then the inspiration went on and everyone tried mushroom. And same started in the schools because जो tribal area है वहाँ पे nutrition का इतना अच्छा नहीं है
Okay.
रेशियो बच्चों में भी। तो जब बच्चों को खिलाया तो वो भी यही कह रहे थे कि बिल्कुल चिकन की सब्जी जैसी लगती है। तो इट वाज अ विन विन फॉर अस क्योंकि वहाँ पे जो हमारा नॉर्थ साइड या एमपी और यूपी वाला एरिया यहाँ पे वी कैन नॉट एड एग्स इन एमडीएम. So mushroom is a good source for nutrition. Then we tried it and it's a success. And apart from that, there is this EDP Entrepreneurship Development Program. Everyone knows about it. It's in RCT, SEDMAP, MapSet, everywhere.
Right. Yeah.
But ये बहुत ज़्यादा theory oriented है. So when we went to NIRD, National Institute of Rural Development, with some of the fellows, you might know Amit. So we went there, and then I got to connect with Liju George and Neetha ma'am, and they were really good professors. Like sometimes you meet a professor and you see like, you like the subject. So I got to I understood the way they delivered the topic, and then I had a chat with them, and I was also working on a different kind of approach to this EDP program. So I'm
Okay.
trying to develop a different EDP, which is less theory and practical oriented. So which can be done with ITI students. So I'm working on it because the 6 months I'm planning to do it. So if any of you are working related to this project, so please connect.
Sure. Okay. So academic module versus whatever you the module you had at NIRD, which one would you say like ये ज़्यादा अच्छा था?
दोनों ही सही थे. एकेडमिक मॉड्यूल में भी मतलब 5 ही दिन का लेक्चर था, बट जो प्रैक्टिकल वाला था इट वाज बेटर. Professors are really nice. So we should go there.
Okay. Cool.
Because yeah, when we go to IIM, तो NIRD में professors हैं, they connect with us very easily because with me especially because I am working in a rural area. Panna is mostly rural, so that's why it was easy to connect with them.
So I think I was checking on every single fellow's profile, and then तुम्हारा नाम Google किया था. I saw sort of like a public announcement or something like you. Hi, I'm Sakshi Tekam. You said like I almost district collector की तरह. What was it about?
So yeah, I did my master's in journalism, and then I worked with our editor Anand Pandey sir.
Okay.
So yeah, it was good thing. We were doing video voiceovers with our fellows, and there was this one series named Cartoon Pura. So where we share all the cartoons because cartoonists their cartoons are very impactful, but उसके बारे में कोई बात नहीं करता है. So it was like we wanted to give them a okay heads up कि नहीं हम आपके साथ हैं. Then we started this, me and my friend Rishika. She's still in journalism, I am here. So we started it welcome to the Cartoon Pura, and then we start with the cartoons and then we added memes. So it was fun. Journalism was fun. It is also fun. I'm just planning to do both the things together. Yes.
Okay, cool. Shashi.
So what happens in Bihar is most of the Bihari fellows are engaged in model career centers. Well, whichever district is having model career center, mostly the fellows are placed there. And few of the fellows are also working with the Deputy Development Commissioner. So I am placed at Model Career Center, and one of the frequent activities which are undertaken at that place is job camps. So
Yeah, we know.
you guys also would be doing some sort of those activities.
Yeah.
So what I identified that people who were visiting for job camps to take placements, they were at the end of the day, they even if they were offered placements, the attrition rate was very high. For example, even if 60 people got recruited, they were offered letters of joining. At the end of the day, after when it came to turning up to the place of recruitment, to the place of where the company was, they did not turn up. So what I identified key, and after a lot of, I mean, I had a lot of chit chats with those candidates coming from the local colleges, basically. So I
Right.
identified that they have the potential to move to corporates. They also have the ambition, but they were not. And
Okay.
because of lack of confidence, they did not have the ability to communicate well, but they had the passion. So I got to know about this program called Youth Employment Program by TCS. It's the CSR part of TCS.
Oh, okay.
So I collaborated with them and I mobilized candidates from 6 different colleges. And it was, trust me, it was a very difficult activity to going to tier 2, tier 3 colleges, talking to the principals, and then telling them that, see, this is the thing that you should actually do for your students. It's not that I am coming with my project, it's also your responsibility to place your students who are graduating from your institution.
Right.
So, after a lot of deliberation with my district officials, the college principals, the project actually 55. It was a
Wow.
22 days in person sort of classroom sessions, or I can say a workshop where they got to know about certain basic attributes of how they can better present themselves in corporate structures. And so the first batch got finished on December 16, 2022. And so there is a process. They conduct examinations after the batch is finished. After the certificates are distributed, they
Right.
phase-wise conduct examinations. So few of the students have joined like TCS office in Kolkata and Varanasi, and accordingly, as and when the examination happens for the rest of candidates, they will also join. So this was one of the initiatives that I took, and the second is that I also saw, like most of you all would also have faced this issue, that the district suggests without a base. For example, I've seen it for in the last 4 months. I've seen this twice, that the education department was given a task under NEP to suggest vocational education on handicrafts and vocational education in general in
Okay.
middle to high schools. And a meeting was fixed. In one of the meetings, the meeting was headed by the district education officer itself. The second meeting was headed by the district magistrate in district skill committee meeting. This happened on 2nd of March this year only. So in both the meetings I went, and they were like कि ठीक है ऐसे कर लेते हैं वैसे कर लेते हैं, 2 मिनट में मीटिंग खत्म हो गया. जो मतलब लेटर पे जो लिखा हुआ है उसी को बेस बना के सजेस्ट कर दिया विदाउट अ बेस. मैंने बोला कि सर दैट इज एन इंडिकेटिव लिस्ट कि ये ऐसा हो सकता है, इस बात पे हम सोच सकते हैं. एंड दे वर नॉट रेडी टू लिसन कि नहीं नहीं यही तो करना है. and actually the point is not कि उनको मतलब they were not adamant because they were well thought of कि reason यही है हमारा करने का. It was because they did not have any substantial background as to what they should suggest to the state government as to like we want to offer these vocational educations in our schools. They did not have any reason for that. So currently what I'm thinking is, I guess all across India, most of the fellows have done it. I'm doing it at the end of the fellowship. I'm planning to conduct a widespread survey, not just talking to the candidates from colleges and different skill centers and polytechnics, ITIs. I'll also talk to the trainers, the lab facilitators, the teachers, and then see what else can we, what kind of suggestions I can make to the district administration to help them out to give future suggestions.
Right. All right. And yeah, finally, Shubham.
So yeah, so I'm mostly working in the entrepreneurship domain in my district.
Okay.
So one so one project is with Polytechnic. It's a pilot project. So I have collaborated with one NGO called Udyam Learning Foundation,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I was looking because I I I believe each one of you would agree that finances is the major hurdle for us. So we have a lot of ideas, we have a lot of projects in mind, but when it comes to finances, that those are limited, right? Financial
Right.
resources. So I was looking for someone who can come and who can train, but same time doesn't charge me or administration. So while I was scouting for that, so I got to know about this particular NGO. So they were already working in Haryana. So I said in ITIs. So I said, why don't you come? And I pitched a proposal and for Polytechnic. So it's a first Polytechnic in entire Haryana. So it's a pilot stage program. Uh, so we are actually training students. So we have a batch of about 40 students. So it's not a quantity game. So we focused on quality. We actually gave orientation session to each student in the Polytechnic, and we asked, those who are interested, please stay back. So we got
Mm-hmm.
about 40 students, and the ideas were amazing. So we are doing those exercises, how to make observation, then how to turn those observation into problem statements, and then come up with solution statements, right? So we are doing that with students. So amazing ideas, I would say. Like, so I actually felt that they just needed some guidance in that aspect. So I'll tell you. So we so in so I take some sessions because I have experience in entrepreneurship, working with startups. So so the trainer comes from Delhi. It's about 150 kilometers from my district. So every Tuesday she comes here. So just to give example, what kind of thought process students have is that I ask them to design a wallet, right? Like you
Okay.
design a wallet, talk to customers. So we paid them a student, and we said that one of them is a CEO of a wallet making company. One of them is a customer. Talk to the customer, and so ideas were like that this customer wants to keep medicine. Currently, that customer keeps in pocket. वो या तो फट जाता है, गुम हो जाता है. Why can't we
Mm-hmm.
make a small pocket for medicine in the wallet itself? That was a very brilliant
Mm-hmm.
idea to incorporate. I have not seen any wallet like that. They were focusing on eco-friendly material. One of them suggested that wallet gum ho jata hai, so can't we keep a GPS tracker in the wallet? और part like अगर कोई pocket भी मारता है तो you can track कि वहां गया है, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
some said कि we are from a computer background, let's make one application which is
Mm-hmm.
like a customized application which is linked to my wallet. So those kind of just a little push and these kind of ideas we got, and like similar ideas like कि polytechnic में we need to carry our books, और हम लोग कहीं घूमने जाते हैं बैग में, क्योंकि it's open, right? Government infrastructure is like that, no logs, no security guard, like generally minimal security. So why can't we make a RFID kind of lockers, like something which we have in Wonderla or any amusement park, right? They give you a watch, RFID based, and you just keep your stuff there. So that was really motivating for me. So we pushed. So now we paused it for 1.5 months now because of the exams. So we'll be resuming now. So today we finalized the boot camp design. So that is one program I'm very much involved in. So most
Okay.
of my programs are related to entrepreneurship. Uh, so I work with industries to give them certain new like technology. I connect them to nearby R&D centers.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say my industries, like, well, just to give an example. So industry association in our district skill committee said that we want to upgrade our technology. So I went there. They said, "Ki, this is what we are doing." Connected them to nearest MSME technology center. Now they are working on some motor technology. So those kind of matchmaking projects also I'm doing. So yeah, so overall experience is really good as part of the fellowship, uh, because there are certain things which I would have never learned in Bank. So I was working in Bangalore, like,
Oh, okay.
and those nostalgic feelings which employees have. Like one of the story which I would like to share, and then I'll stop,
Yeah,
is
yeah, please
that
go ahead.
one of the employees said कि अभी सैलरीज हमारे अकाउंट में आ जाती है, हमें पता मतलब मुझे ये सब पता भी नहीं था, मतलब आई कांट फील दैट, बट दे सेड कि पहले इतना लंबा प्रोसेस होता था सैलरी आने का, कि वी हैव टू
हम्म,
गो देयर, देन ट्रेजरी के पास जाएगा, देन देयर विल
हाँ,
बी वन सिटिंग विद मनी ऑन अ टेबल एंड उसको कैश देंगे. सो दैट वाज अ डिफरेंट फीलिंग. सो ही मेंशन्ड कि अभी आ जाता है अकाउंट में, मैसेज आ जाता है, देयर इज नथिंग, लाइक आई कांट फील एनीथिंग. बट पहले जब मुझे कैश मिलता था, सो आई वुड
हम्म,
गो मार्केट में, कुछ टॉफीज खरीदूंगा, कुछ मूंगफली वगैरह कुछ खरीदूंगा, और घर में लेके जाऊंगा. और उस टाइम पे सैलरी बहुत कम होती थी, एंड हाथ में मेरे कुछ होता था तो मेरे बच्चे भी खुश हो जाते थे कि आज जो है ना पापा.
जी,
एंड आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट क्लर्क, लाइक हु इज वर्किंग इन दैट ऑफिस सिंस 1987, मतलब जो अभी हमारे यहाँ
या,
पे है, इज अबाउट टू रिटायर. बट वो ये सारी फीलिंग्स, और 80s में इंडिया में फर्स्ट कंप्यूटर आया था, राइट, और भिवानी में अभी 2015-14 में पहुंचे हैं. सो ये सारी चीजें कि कैसे, सो अमेजिंग. सो ये एक्सपीरियंस आई थिंक आर इनवैल्यूएबल. सो या, लाइक डिफरेंट चाय के, लाइक डिफरेंट डिपार्टमेंट हैज देयर ओन चाय का कप का स्टाइल, राइट.
या,
कोई तो डिस्पोजल में दे रहा है, कोई दैट टिपिकल ओल्ड कांच वाला. So these are both kind of experiences, so amazing. Yeah, so yeah.
very good. Like, I'd still like to continue you guys on the same vein. Like, जो project कर रहे हो, या फिर you have roamed around a district that you had never been in previously. I believe, because Latur is a part of Maharashtra where I would never have been unless ये MGNF होता. So that way, like, you guys also must have experienced certain things in your district, like probably some stories you'd like to share. Anyone? Sakshi?
Yeah, as Shubham mentioned about the clerk story, I also have the same story about
Okay.
SHG. So we went to meet the SHG who were working for 20 years in poultry farming, और उनके लिए हम हमारी ट्राइबल लेडीज को लेके गए थे, तो they can like understand their work or maybe get the inspiration. So when we went there and we wanted them to motivate कि जो पैसा है वो बैंक में आए, because we all know the system failure, one can use the word corruption.
Yeah.
So उसकी वजह से गवर्नमेंट ने भी इसको सब डिजिटल कर दिया कि जो पैसा है वो लोगों के हाथ में आएगा, हाथ में अकाउंट में आएगा. तो इसके लिए जब हमने दीदी से क्रॉस क्वेश्चन किया इन अ वे जिसमें वो ऐसे रिएक्ट, वो हमें दीदियों को समझाए कि किस तरीके से पैसा हाथ में आना इज नॉट एज मच प्रॉफिटेबल एज अकाउंट में आने के. तो जब हमने उनसे पूछा तो शी इज लाइक कि क्यों दीदी, अगर पैसा हमारे हाथ में आया और हम मार्केट से आ रहे होंगे तो हम कोई साड़ी खरीद लेंगे, हम हमारे लिए कुछ वो खरीद लेंगे, तो इससे हमारी बचत कम हो जाएगी. तो उनके लिए अकाउंट में आना इज प्रॉफिटेबल, क्योंकि विलेजेस में भी होता है कि अगर कोई लेडी अर्न कर रही है फिर उसके हाथ में अगर पैसा है तो फिर वो पूरे घर का पैसा है. लेकिन अगर उनका खुद का अकाउंट है और मतलब देन इट्स हर ओन मनी. और जब हम उनसे मिले दे वर वर्किंग फॉर 20 years, और व्हेन वी फर्स्ट वेंट देयर एंड देन वी इंट्रोड्यूस की दीदियां आने वाली हैं एंड शी इज लाइक कि नहीं नहीं वील शेयर इट. और उनका एक कोट था, मतलब आई यूज्ड इट इन माय रिपोर्ट एज वेल. शी इज लाइक कि हम आगे बढ़े हैं तो हमारी बहनें आगे क्यों नहीं बढ़ेंगी. तो दिस काइंड ऑफ मोटिवेशन वी गेट फ्रॉम द डिस्ट्रिक्ट इज लाइक अमेजिंग. They are getting like 40-50 thousand a year ट्राइबल एरिया में, विच इज लॉट मोर डिफिकल्ट, क्योंकि इससे पहले वो वुड जो है लकड़ियां सेल कर कर ही अपना अर्निंग जैसे तैसे कमाते थे. तो इट्स रियली गुड एंड दे आर इंस्पायरिंग अदर पीपल एज वेल. तो या, so this is something inspiring I got to learn from the district. And whenever we go to the field, we get the motivation from any person. So that's very refreshing, very new.
Yeah, that's nice. Nikhil?
ऐसा कुछ एक्सपीरियंस तो याद नहीं आ रहा है, लेकिन एक अभी रिसेंटली हुआ था. मैं एनएसएस कैंप में गया हुआ. आई वेंट देयर फॉर, दैट कॉल्ड मी फॉर लाइक एज अ गेस्ट स्पीकर.
Okay.
So I conducted a RASIC test there, but after this RASIC like interest assessment test, I was just interacting with the students, the NSS students. So two students came up, and they were students of the livelihood college that I was talking about. And you might have you also have worked on the that startup, no, what we call star alumni. Yeah.
Star
So
alumni.
we were searching for the star alumni for the livelihood college, and we got none. And
Okay.
after they came up to me, and they said that हम आपके कॉलेज के स्टूडेंट हैं. मैं बोला कब? तो 2014 में, 2015 में, 2015 they passed in, like one was electrician, one was working as a solar panel installation worker. So we do not have the data, like livelihood college do not have the data who is working where and currently what they are doing. तो वो उनसे जब मैं इंटरेक्ट किया वहां जाके ये लगा कि हम अभी भी पहुंच नहीं पा रहे लोगों में, क्योंकि एक तो obviously the district is very big. There are 16 lakh population. Currently it is divided into two. So currently still there are 9 lakh people, and almost all the training center are located like uh, within the 4 5 kilometer radius of the district headquarters. Not there are ITIs, but those courses are irrelevant. I don't know. They do not provide much placement of opportunities also. तो उनसे जब इंटरेक्ट किया था तो पहली बार में 2 सक्सेस स्टोरी साथ में दिख रही थी, और जो उन लोग अच्छा कमा रहे हैं, दे आर आल्सो डन देयर ग्रेजुएशन आल्सो. तो उनसे अभी बातचीत होती रहती है. यही था एक चीज.
Okay, cool. Shashi?
So this is a story from DIM 1. So when we were immersed into our DIMs, so we were loaded with extensive field visits through different weekly tasks. So one of the weeks demanded that we have to visit SHGs and understand how they operate and everything. So, and the week's task, I actually did it in January starting, I guess. So previous to that, I used to go to field visits in my mentor's own vehicle. So, and I could sense some sort of power in the vehicle, that when it moves on the road and there's a board attached to the vehicle which has the post written on it, that this is one of the officers. Yeah, district magistrate or even the district officers from the state cadre. So I could sense it. So what I decided that from now onwards, from year January 2022, whatever field visit I'll make, I'll go through cycle. I'll not use vehicle. So this was a commitment that I made to myself, and I started doing it. And when the week 4 SHG task came, so I was very confused as to whether I should take a cycle and cycle down to 10 kilometers. It was actually somewhere between 9 to 10 kilometers. And I was very confused कि cycle से जाऊंगा तो क्या वो मुझे उस हिसाब से information और welcoming लगेगा कि मतलब कोई आया है वो district से बात करने के लिए उनसे, and they will respond nicely to me. So I was very confused. I could not sleep properly the previous night. बहुत confused था मैं. मतलब अभी सोच रहा था कि whether I should ask my mentor कि sir please साथ में चलते हैं, you take your vehicle and then we will go and talk to them. But then in the morning I decided no, I'll take my cycle and go and talk to them. और मैं जब वहाँ पहुंचा, there was a group of ladies, 15 to 20 ladies were there, and I could not figure out कि वो वही ladies है. मैं रोड पे से साइकिल चला के जा रहा था. I saw कि 15 ladies वहाँ बैठी हुई है. मुझे ऐसा सेंस हुआ कि these are the people I need to talk to. मैं आगे चला गया. Then I made a call to one of the क्या बोलते हैं उनको, ग्रुप हेड को कि I'm here, I'm at this place, where are you guys? So उन्होंने बोला कि हम भी इधर ही हैं. Then we got to see each other and they were shocked. And I had the first question I asked themselves, why are you shocked? Are you shocked? क्योंकि वो सब मुंह खोल के देख रहे थे. तो बोले कि हाँ हमें तो लगा कि आप आएंगे, गाड़ी वाड़ी से आएंगे. तो फिर मैंने उनसे बात की अच्छे से कि क्या है आप लोगों का काम, हम लोग यहाँ पे आपसे कैसे सपोर्ट दे सकते हैं, एक्सटेंड कर सकते हैं. एंड उसके बाद द काइंड ऑफ रिस्पॉन्स दे गेव मी द टाइम आई वाज लीविंग, कि ये काफी अच्छा हमें लगा कि वहां से भी कोई आके इतने साइकिल से उतने दूर से 10 किलोमीटर चला के हमसे बात करने आ रहे हैं. हमें भी लगता है कि हमारी बात अब कोई वहां सुनेगा. एंड दैट एक्चुअली पुश्ड मी टू अ डिफरेंट लेवल कि ठीक है, अब मैं अगर डीएम के यहाँ भी जाऊंगा ना डिस्ट्रिक्ट वाली मीटिंग में, तो मैं साइकिल से ही जाऊंगा। आई ट्राई माई बेस्ट कि अगर मुझे इंडिविजुअली जाना है डिस्ट्रिक्ट ऑफिस में, इवन इफ आई हैव टू गो एंड मीट आईएएस ऑफिसर्स इन देयर ऑफिस, आई विल गो ऑन माई साइकिल एंड आई डू इट। एंड आई मतलब मुझे लगता है डीएसडीपी के टाइम तक तो मुझे, आई डू नॉट रिमेम्बर कि जब मैंने अपना ज्वाइनिंग दिया था, द डिस्ट्रिक्ट मजिस्ट्रेट वाज अ डिफरेंट डिस्ट्रिक्ट मजिस्ट्रेट, and in January 2022 the district magistrate changed and I did not interact with him at all till DSDP submission. और मुझे लग रहा था कि LinkedIn is a very fishy thing, I guess. And after seeing a lot of LinkedIn posts, I was thinking in my own self ki, am I doing enough for my district or for my own self as an individual? Am I growing? Because I'm not interacting with at all with any IAS officers, neither the deputy development commissioner nor the district magistrate. So I was very underconfident, to be very honest, कि लगता है मैं कुछ कर नहीं रहा हूँ. So, but that was not the case. Obviously, it was just a phase, and then this happened. I got to interact with deputy development commissioner over phone calls. I submitted my DSDP, and it was, by God's grace, it was good. And the deputy development commissioner, who happens to be an IS officer, saw it. And then after seeing the DSDP, she said, "Ki we also have to submit a district export action plan, and you take the charge, you modify, you improve it in whatever way you can, and submit it to me." Then I submitted. She got impressed, and 3-4 months back, I was given another opportunity by her. She said that there has to be a submission on the topic of skill development. There's this event by Niti Aayog called Second National Chief Secretary Conference, which happened in New Delhi. So she said, see, there has to be a submission from skill development part also. You write the piece. There was a format. I wrote it, gave it to her, and then she started discussing with me. I was very nervous actually कि वो IAS ऑफिसर कभी मैंने बात भी नहीं की, उतना इंटरेक्ट भी नहीं किया, एंड शी फोन कॉल्स पे वो मतलब हाँ बताओ क्या हुआ, अच्छा हम इसमें ऐसे नहीं कर सकते, एंड आई वाज लाइक ये फ्रेंड थोड़ी ये बात कर रहे हैं. दैट वाज सो कामिंग, दैट वाज सो कॉन्फिडेंस बूस्टिंग. I'll मतलब I'll cherish that moment for a long period of my life.
Wow. Okay. So then let's talk about any fun experiences you had, like some so hilarious thing I had discussed in one of the episodes, but another thing I forgot to mention. So 30th of January is Martyrs Day. तो सर्कुलर आया था डिस्ट्रिक्ट, हर एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट में कि लाइक एवरी सिंगल एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ऑफिस में यू आर सपोज टू मेंटेन 2 minutes ऑफ साइलेंस ऑनरिंग द मार्टियर्स, शहीदों के लिए. तो वो 2 मिनट के लिए शांति से कैसे खड़े रहना है, ये डिसाइड करने में मेरे ऑफिस ने 6 मिनट लगा दिए थे. वो यहाँ नहीं सर सेमी सर्कल में खड़े रहना है, नहीं नहीं सेमी सर्कल में अच्छे से फोटो आएगी, वैसे नहीं खड़े रहते एक्चुअली, लाइन में खड़े रहना है एक दूसरे के पीछे. देन नहीं नहीं दो दो की लाइन बनाओ. इसके पीछे 3 people spent 6 to 7 minutes and then we stood for 2 minutes in silence. And I was quietly standing anywhere they pushed me, I like हाँ ओके क्या चल रहा है तुम्हारा यार. So yeah.
Did anyone watch Panchayat? कुर्सी वाला सीजन
हाँ
जिसमें चेयर होती है, सचिव की ज्यादा अच्छी चेयर होती है, then सरपंच is like फिर शादी होता है in the scene. The same thing happened in my district.
Okay.
So yeah, so as it happened in Panchayat, same happened with me. So I have the seat and the other person has the bigger seat. So yeah, this happened. And whenever I work in the district, I really like a lot of things are similar which happened in the Panchayat series. So I'm waiting for the third scene.
थर्ड सीजन में तो ट्रांसफर हो जाएगा ना उसका, लाइक सेकंड सीजन के एंड में ही हैड सम सॉर्ट ऑफ ट्रांसफर लेटर एंड
Then फिर वो MGNF के बाद जो हमारा होने वाला है, then
या
we'll get a chance to connect with it. Yeah.
तुम्हारी चेयर के लिए किसी ने दहेज में मांग ली थी?
Sorry,
जैसे पंचायत में होता, तुम्हारी भी चेयर किसी ने दहेज में मांग ली थी?
दहेज में तो नहीं मांगी थी, बट हाँ मांग ली थी. And I'm like, ये ठीक है, ले लीजिए.
ओके कूल. निखिल?
आई लाइक टू ऐड, वो शशि ने जो बोल रहा था, फनी तो नहीं था ये, लेकिन आई हाइड माय एक्चुअल लाइक व्हाट इज माय पोजीशन. सो आई वाज गोइंग फॉर दिस ODOP research, right? And the COSA sector is very big. So it is kind of like the big players are there, and they do not want to share any information, and they have it is kind of a syndicate mafia type के लोग होंगे, है ना? They do not want their business to get destroyed. So any new player, any new person comes into the वो बहुत interrogate करते हैं, ऐसा कोई criminal आ गया इस तरीके का. So I went there and उनको मैंने बोला ही नहीं. I was knowing that कि once I tell that I belong to district administration, they won't entertain me. So I told that सर मैं IIM का स्टूडेंट हूँ और रिसर्च करने आया हूँ, तो मेरा प्रोजेक्ट ये है और पूरा ये एंड इट इज क्वाइट डिफिकल्ट कि अदरवाइज once upon a while you will say that district collector sir ने बोला है या CO मैम ने ये बोला है, other some other officers name comes into your like in the conversation. तो वहां पे मैं बहुत ये बच रहा था कि कुछ भी ज्यादा नहीं बोलना है. मैं और नॉर्मली मैं जरूरत से ज्यादा बोलता हूँ, लेकिन वहां पे मैं जो क्वेश्चन पूछा तो वर्ड टू वर्ड यही आंसर देता हूँ. फिर उन्होंने ये हुआ था कि पूरा टूर कराया अपने सेटअप का, और रिसेंटली फिर एक किसी को वही सेटअप दिखाना था, तो मैं उसको साथ में लेके गया, और उनको पता था कि मैं IIM का स्टूडेंट हूँ, तो उन्होंने ठीक है बुलाया. तो ये कहाँ से है, तो ये भी सर स्टूडेंट है, डिजाइन के स्टूडेंट है, और वो भी ही वाज काइंड ऑफ स्टार्टअप गाय, और वो देखने आया था सेटअप कैसा वैसा होता है. तो उसने मैंने उसको बोल दिया था कि आइडेंटिटी रिवील मत करना, अदरवाइज भूल जा. तो फिर वही सेम चीज हुई, उसने भी बोला कि डिजाइन का स्टूडेंट हूँ सर, आपका देखना है सेटअप देखना है, और फिर वो सेटअप हुआ. तो काइंड ऑफ लाइक कि अपने जैसे वो साइकिल से जाते हैं तो एक और नहीं आता साथ में, तो हमारे का अंदर फीलिंग भी नहीं आती है. तो वही चीज ये होती है कि आप एज स्टूडेंट जाते हो तो आपको लोग भी अलग तरीके से देखते हो, ज्यादा बताने के लिए भी इच्छुक रहते हैं. वो काइंड ऑफ लाइक वो SHGs के साथ भी हो सकता है कि बिग बिग बिजनेसेस के साथ भी हो सकता है. सेम चीज.
तो लाइक अप्रोच का डिफरेंस, बिकॉज शशि तुम भी कह रहे थे कि व्हेन इट कम्स टू ट्रैवलिंग ऑफिशियल व्हीकल्स वीजा वी ट्रैवलिंग ऑन योर ओन बाइसिकल, लोगों के अप्रोच में कैसे डिफरेंस आ रहा है?
या लेकिन मुझे मेरा क्या रियलाइजेशन है ना कि एट द एंड ऑफ द डे इफ यू आर वेरी क्लियर ऑन यू आई मीन व्हाट इज द पर्पस ऑफ योर विजिट, इफ यू आर वेरी क्लियर ऑन इट, तुम्हारे पास नॉलेज है, तुम्हारे पास पर्पस है उस चीज को डिलीवर करने का, इवेंचुअली उनको फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा कि तुम साइकिल से आए हो कि एरोप्लेन से आए हो. दे विल रियलाइज योर कैपेसिटी, दे विल रियलाइज योर पोटेंशियल. और वैसे भी जो स्टेक होल्डर्स जो हमें केटर करने हैं, जो इंपॉर्टेंट हमारे लिए, दे आर एक्चुअली नॉट बॉदर्ड दैट मच कि तुम किस चीज से आ रहे हो. ये अपने इंडिविजुअल, मतलब मैं अपने इंडिविजुअल सेल्फ के लिए कर रहा था. इट वाज अ वेरी चैलेंजिंग थिंग फॉर माय ओन सेल्फ कि मैं इस फेलोशिप में हूँ. वी मतलब इतने रेडिली यूज करते हैं कि वी आर फ्रॉम मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ स्किल डेवलपमेंट एंड एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, वी इंट्रोड्यूस इट फ्रॉम दैट लेंस एंड देन आई गो फ्रॉम साइकिल. वो मैच नहीं करता है दोनों. तो वो चीज मैं खुद को चैलेंज कर रहा था. एंड अब तो वी आर एट द फैग एंड ऑफ द फेलोशिप, अब तो उतना मैटर ही नहीं करता.
बट पता है इट ऑल्सो डिपेंड्स ऑन द प्लेस. लाइक अगर आप
या
बैंगलोर में साइकिल चला के जा रहे हो तो इट्स लाइक या एनवायरमेंट के लिए मोटिवेटेड है, बट अगर आप रूरल एरिया में जा रहे हो ना तो देन पीपल आर लाइक बजट में है क्या, ओके.
अरे वो तो है ही, लेकिन बिहार में क्या है ना कि वो मतलब आप कुछ नहीं भी हो ना तो जिला महामंत्री करके एक बोर्ड लगा दो गाड़ी के बाहर, कुछ मतलब कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन पता नहीं उसका एग्जिस्टेंस है भी कि नहीं है, कितना रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं है, गाड़ी के बाहर बोर्ड लगा हुआ है. तो ये कल्चर बहुत ज्यादा है यहाँ पे. प्रमुख उप प्रमुख फलाने समिति का ये वो. तो मैं बड़ा अजीब लगने लगा था मुझे. मैं 5 साल दिल्ली में एजुकेशन लेके फिर यहाँ आ रहा हूँ पोस्टेड. मतलब मुझसे इंटरव्यू में पूछा गया कि व्हाई डू यू वांट टू जॉइन बिहार, यू गॉट योर ग्रेजुएशन एंड पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन फ्रॉम दिल्ली. तो IIM के प्रोफेसर ने पूछा भी था एंड आई वाज लाइक कि नहीं, बिहार में अब इट्स टाइम दैट आई गो बैक टू माय होम स्टेट एंड ट्राई टू कंट्रीब्यूट इन व्हाटएवर वी आई कैन. और फिर मैं यहाँ आ रहा हूँ तो देख रहा हूँ कि यार गाड़ियों पे बोर्ड्स लगे हुए हैं. तो आई हैड टू डू समथिंग कि मुझे लगे कि मैंने एज अ पर्सन आई ग्रू,
राइट,
आई बिकेम मोर हम्बल. तो वो चीज था.
Well, I mean, it's true that this fellowship has given us that part. So I think
Exactly.
गाड़ियों की बात हो रही है तो I remember, so when I travel outside my district block, right? So I am lucky that I get car from administration. So they provide me if I travel outside block because I can't go using public transport, especially inside the rural one. So ऐसे ही मैं एक बार राजस्थान गया था, ऐसे ही गवर्नमेंट मतलब uh, administration had provided me car. So I had gone to Bits Pilani, it's just 70 kilometers from here. There was a meeting. I went to meet a collaborator there. So वहाँ पे after the meeting and so what had happened was after the CEO of and everything, I sat in the car. The driver said, "Sir, गाड़ी start नहीं हो रही है. Sir, गाड़ी start नहीं हो रही है. आपने धक्का मारना पड़ेगा." And the collaborators were standing there. And like, okay, it was like a very like a nice situation. अभी क्या करना है? Like, "Sir, गाड़ी को धक्का मारना पड़ेगा." I'm like कि तो एक काम करो, थोड़ी देर रुक जाओ आप प्लीज. Let them go inside. And जैसे ही you know वो लोग अंदर गए, I had to like फटाफट से because you can't like so you are representing administration for a collaboration for district wide project, and then
I
all of a sudden your car is like gone. So फटाफट से दरवाजा खोल के एकदम मतलब आई थिंक उस टाइम में इतना इतना जोर लगा दिया मैंने. दैट वाज रियली रियली फनी. बहुत वियर्ड एक्सपीरियंस था वो. सो yeah. So and that was the only time. So like, sir गाड़ी स्टार्ट नहीं हो रही सर, आपको धक्का मारा. That was like another.
I'm
Having had a
almost
premier.
imagining कि गाड़ी के एक साइड पे तुम, एक साइड पे डिस्ट्रिक्ट के डीएम है और दोनों गाड़ी को धक्का मार के ले जा रहे हैं.
Nee, so in that car, I had another fellow from nearby district.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she was sitting there. She was also looking because it was very weird. Ki, I can't ask the other person. I'm supposed to host and they're like एकदम से गाड़ी का आपको धक्का मारना ही पड़ेगा. Oh, so and the another weird thing is that because we are in administration, so we get a lot of phone calls कि sir आप please ये वाला काम करवा दो ना हमारा. And like I'm now very related to this. Some guy said कि मेरा arms license का renewal है please करवा दीजिए. And like कि मेरे को नहीं कुछ like how I'm not related. मेरे सर बच्चे की नौकरी लगवा दो. And then conversation with our DM, that is those stories are like I remember I was talking to my DM, and then we were working on a project called Inland Container Depot. So we were making a report. We were supposed to send it to that. So there was this one particular department from which we were not getting reports. So DM sir said कि uh, क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? So I said कि sir XYZ is a person. He's uh, uh, general manager of this particular department और ये वो. So so my DM came into that power wala phase like ये कौन है XYZ? हाँ होता कौन है ये? And I didn't get the tone. So मैं बोला कि then I repeated the entire thing again. कि सर वो XYZ है, वो GM है इस वाले फलाने डिपार्टमेंट के. He's like आई नो कि वो कौन है. मैं वैसे बोल रहा हूँ कि होता कौन है वो जो हमें रिपोर्ट नहीं दे रहा है. I'm like अच्छा सर. So, those kind of conversations, and yeah, and another thing I would like to mention that I think I'm the luckiest fellow in terms of, let's say, the amount of time my district magistrate or district commission deputy commissioner has given is like he would give me time like 2 hours in one shot every week. He'll call me to his residence. He'll give me and he'll discuss kind of intellectual discussions we had with my old district magistrate. It's like, okay. And sometimes he'll ask other officers to don't come inside now. Even on his last day, I was the last person, like in office, whom he met. Other person is like, okay, now I'm not going to. So I must say that I'm very lucky getting that kind of support from my DM during initial phase of my fellowship. That was very motivating, actually.
So yeah, I mean, this part I would like to throw open randomly, like you guys can ask किसी को भी कोई भी question पूछना हो. So I would rather ask everyone कि अगर आपका जो district है, if that wasn't the district allotted to you, कौन सा alternate ले लेते?
यार मुझे मेरा क्या है ना कि आई एम विशाखापट्टनम caters to three states: Arunachal Pradesh, Bihar, and Andhra Pradesh.
Yeah.
So I did not know कि people did the people who were not selected in Bihar cohort or Delhi cohort, they were offered places in Arunachal Pradesh. So if I would have known this retrospectively कि ऐसा भी situation arise होता है, तो I would have easily gone for Arunachal Pradesh. कि
Yeah.
बिहार नहीं चाहिए मुझे होम स्टेट में कंट्रीब्यूट बाद में कर लूंगा, मुझे अरुणाचल घूमना है पहले. मुझे ये पता नहीं था एक्चुअली, तो आई वुड हैव डेफिनेटली चोजन अरुणाचल प्रदेश.
Yeah, even I thought like so a lot of northeastern states, one of the official languages over there is English. तो लैंग्वेज का वैल्यू नहीं था, इंग्लिश तो ये इजीली मतलब लैंग्वेज वाला टेस्ट क्लियर कर लेते थे.
करेक्ट.
Yeah.
I wanted Dindori district क्योंकि Dindori is in Madhya Pradesh.
Okay.
वहाँ पे
Who's the fellow
Vega,
posted there?
yes,
वहाँ पे
Vishal
कौन
is, yes, Vishal is there. तो
Okay.
वेगा ट्राइब के साथ मैंने फेलोशिप से पहले काम किया when I was doing a project in journalism. So I was very much inspired. So I wanted that place. But yeah, Panna is also have tribes here, so that I'm working pretty fine. It's nice. जो मिला ठीक है.
I think for me it would have been, अगर होता मेरे चॉइस होता तो सोनीपत होता. Any district which is because which is near to Delhi, so more closer to Delhi, like be it Rohtak or Sonipat, let's say not Gurgaon because Gurgaon is already very much developed, so वहाँ पे थोड़ा limited हो ही जाता. So any place near Delhi for मतलब visits वगैरह collaborations के लिए traveling would have been easier. So yeah.
निखिल?
मेरे लिए भी कोई ऐसा नो पर्टिकुलर डिस्ट्रिक्ट. छत्तीसगढ़ में जस्ट आई वाज नॉट वरीड, बट माय पेरेंट्स वर वरीड कि बस्तर वस्तर साइड ना भेज दे ऐसा टाइप का. तो बट द फेलोज देयर आर लाइक दे आर वर्किंग गुड, so it would have been good opportunity for me to work there. So I hadn't a thought, मैं सोचा ही नहीं था उस बारे में कुछ. बाहर भी जाना, नागालैंड वगैरह भेज दे तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं होता, क्या पता हो जाता, वो अलग बात है. लेकिन अभी
यार
तो
ये
नहीं हो सकता.
इसमें ना मैंने बोल तो दिया कि आई वुड हैव रेडली गॉन फॉर अरुणाचल प्रदेश, बट आई नो माय फ्रेंड्स फ्रॉम अरुणाचल, द काइंड ऑफ डिफिकल्टीज एंड हार्डशिप्स दे फेस इज एट अ
Yeah,
डिफरेंट लेवल.
I
एंड
know from
आई या आई
Mimamsa.
yeah, so she was in episode 5, I guess.
Four, yeah.
4. So different level of hardships they face, but also there's a plus
नागालैंड
side
से
to
अभी
it.
तक नागालैंड से अभी तक कोई आया है कि यहाँ पे इसमें
नहीं, not yet.
पॉडकास्ट पे?
No.
So नागालैंड फेलोज हैव टोल्ड दैट कि वहाँ पे दे हैव टू लाइक फेच वाटर 50 फीट्स और रोज करना पड़ता है ये सब चीजें, और लाइट का भी इशू हो जाता है. तो ये रेगुलर इशू है नागालैंड वाला. तो हाँ, वो हार्डशिप्स तो है, नॉर्थ ईस्ट में काफ़ी हार्डशिप है. और वहाँ से ट्रैवल करने लाइक 250 किलोमीटर्स हियर इज अ 4 आवर जर्नी, लाइक 5 आवर जर्नी. वहाँ कुछ दिन
Almost
दिन
पूरे
तो लगना ही
दिन
है
निकल जाता. हाँ.
क्योंकि हिली टेरेन है सब. या
Right.
मैंने बोला है नागालैंड सभी को बोल दिया, आई एम कोझिकोड कोहट को कि बी अ पार्ट ऑफ पंचायत ऑल्सो.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. Yeah. So yeah, any questions that you guys have for each other?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask Sakshi, so what are you planning to pursue after your journalism background? I'm just very curious.
Yeah, I want to like work with Pari Foundation. Peace Aina, you might heard
Oh,
of.
nice,
I'm
nice.
just trying to get the work
I
there.
was listening to P Sinat last night. ये Shut Up या कुणाल पे आया था.
Yeah, he came
Do
there. I also want to watch
do
him.
you also love a good drought?
Yeah, I also
Yes,
read it.
no, I do.
Fantastic book. Fantastic book.
So I just want to continue my work in development sector, but I want to write. I don't want to stop. I don't want to go take a break from my journalism sector.
Nice.
So have you been able to explore more stories like वो ground पे कैसे नहीं आती है? Because I read a lot from let's say Wire, even Scroll, Indian Express के जो मतलब specific beats पे article आते हैं rural के, तो I read them and like how are you guys approaching it? मतलब when you go to these rural settings.
अभी तो I think हमारी policy में there is rule that we cannot share the stories, right?
Exactly. No.
So that's why I can't right now, but I have plans.
मुझे एक क्वेश्चन है, जस्ट क्यूरियस, क्योंकि जर्नलिज्म से तुम, why are Hindi newspaper not as at par with English newspapers?
हिंदी न्यूज़पेपर
At par, English newspaper के बराबर क्यों नहीं है उनकी क्वालिटी?
क्वालिटी
As in, I'm particularly specifically asking about Indian Express Hindu versus let's say UPSC वाले जो पढ़ते हैं दैनिक जागरण, एक है currently.
Off the
even the दैनिक जागरण is not so good. जितना मैंने हिंदी और सिर्फ सुना है, ये it is a point, it is a question to ponder upon, I guess.
हाँ, न्यूज़पेपर्स का जनरली ऐसा ही होता है कि वो ये देखते हैं कि वो कितना कनेक्ट कर पा रहे हैं, कि भास्कर भी बहुत ज्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग चीजें लेके आता है. इंग्लिश न्यूज़पेपर में जो कंटेंट है, वी कैन ट्रांसलेट द होल कंटेंट इन हिंदी एंड देन वी कैन पब्लिश इट एंड शेयर इट. बट हमें ये देखना होता है कि हमारी जो ऑडियंस है वो क्या क्या पढ़ना चाहती है. उन हिंदी में भी जो रीडर्स हैं दे आर इंटेलिजेंट एंड अमेजिंग, बट कहीं कहीं पे ऐसा होता है कि उन्हें थोड़ा मीडियम नॉलेज चाहिए होता है. आई हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल विथ माय वर्ड्स. आई टॉक टू यू लेटर, वी कैन डिस्कस दिस लेटर.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and you are doing the entrepreneurship program in your district, so I am trying to take local entrepreneurs on board. उसके लिए आई वाज ट्राइंग टू मेक अ पैनल, बट दिक्कत ये है कि दे आर नॉट मच इंटरेस्टेड. मैंने बोला भी कि आपको थोड़ा पीआर मिल जाएगा, थोड़ा आप सेलिब्रिटी जैसे शटअप या कुणाल में भी दे आर डूइंग ना. तो आई वाज जस्ट ट्राइंग टू डू अ इंटरव्यू सेशन विद देम, और हमारा ऑडियंस होता आईटीआई. द थिंग इज कि दे आर नॉट मच मोटिवेटेड. सो डू यू हैव लाइक, डिड यू टेक दिस अप्रोच, एनीथिंग?
So, I did, we did had some session by entrepreneurs with us, like to motivate. Again, same reason, to motivate fellows. So I think you can try approaching Medha Foundation. I'm not sure if it's there in MP. So Medha Foundation से मेरी आज ही in fact बात हुई थी. So they are doing some programs where they are actually getting entrepreneurs. So एक बार ये MP में like I'll give his contact number to you, Medha Foundation, and then that is one way. And if entrepreneur, so I feel कि entrepreneur has to sell, right? Market. And if an entrepreneur says कि नहीं उसको नहीं आना, PR नहीं करनी, so that's a very मतलब for me it's a very new thing. So like, तो मैंने जैसे entrepreneur से बात किया, मैंने बोला कि आप आओ, हाँ जी हम आएंगे. So like that. So that's there. So maybe local NGOs who are based out of MP, right? Who are entrepreneurship में बहुत होगा. So I'll give you two contact numbers. One is Udyam Learning Foundation. That's a pan India. They'll have connections for sure. If they are working out of MP, right? So their whole point is providing incubation services where they have existing entrepreneurs as mentor. So I'll share with you both the contacts. I'll check with them. So Medha I'll share. Udyam I have to check with the person because she heads the Haryana part. So I have to check if she has someone in MP. But yes, they are operating. Udyam is operating out of MP. Yeah, at least Bhopal I know. So yeah.
I'll connect with you after this.
If not directly from the from Panna region, maybe online sessions can be
Yes.
conducted, right? So online though, if you want entrepreneurs from Haryana as well, we can connect. So I'm actually making a network of local MSMEs. So I'm calling it virtual incubation, but it's very nascent stage. That's why I didn't discuss. So एक network बना ही रहा हूँ धीरे धीरे छोटा छोटा जैसा बन रहा है. But let's see. So we can definitely share.
वर्चुअल इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर जो है, दैट इज आल्सो इन एनआईआरडी. तो हम लोग वहां पे गए थे, तो वी गेट अ चांस ICAR में था, तो I can give you his contact. They are very they respect fellows, and when we met there, and they're like, fellow is the most respected opportunity you can get. So they are
Sure, definitely.
inspired.
Sure, we will connect definitely. Yeah.
As I can see, I am the only girl in the panel. Yeah. So this same, like now, yes. This same happened in my TL meeting. तो वहाँ पे क्या होता है कि हमारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट में बहुत ओल्ड एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ऑफिसर्स हैं। तो इसके बाद अभी रिसेंटली हमारा फील्ड पे, मेरे पास व्हीकल नहीं है, फील्ड पे जाना ज्यादा मेरा वो नहीं पता है, टू आस्क पीपल कैन आई गो विथ यू, कैन आई कम विथ यू। तो इस बार ही कलेक्टर सर ने पूछा तुम फील्ड पर गई हो? आई एम लाइक कि नहीं सर मैं नहीं गई। ही इज लाइक कि इन द अदर सीईओ ही वाज ट्राइंग टू लाइक सपोर्ट मी, नहीं नहीं सर इसका नाम नहीं था लिस्ट में, तो ये नहीं गई है। कलेक्टर सर वाज लाइक कि साक्षी का तो पूरा जिला है, शी कैन गो एनीवेयर, और अगर साक्षी ने किसी से पूछा कि क्या मैं आपके साथ जा सकती हूँ तो कोई मना नहीं करेगा। तो दैट वाज रियली नाइस, बिकॉज हमारे यहाँ पे फीमेल ऑफिसर्स बहुत कम है, लाइक वन कम I can count like one lady, and she's from labor department, and I come, and sometimes other representative can come, but female representative is representation is very less. So we
So
get
this part I think I had kind of sort of narrated in my first episode. तो यहाँ पे फीमेल रिप्रेजेंटेशन इतना कम है, so we have this body called MAVIM, महिला आर्थिक विकास महामंडल, women's economic empowerment. तो it's been like 20 years since this body was instituted. तो वो department के head होता है director, okay? And in the last 20 years 11 directors हो चुके हैं, उसमें से सिर्फ एक महिला थी। एटलीस्ट उस सेल में तो रखते हैं यार।
कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा।
Anyways, should we like conclude this episode now?
Yeah.
Of them. Okay, cool. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
And I just want to know, Vedant, what was the inspiration for you to start